Hello my people, stay hot. I could knock you the legit back to back, and that is why I need to stick around this page. Follow my page, like, share and subscribe. Like this now, P2B don't using in leg. Waka go court today or abandon everywhere and supposed to go. Say no, I want
to appeal to rule on INEC's request to vary BVAS following PDP and Labour Party's plea for inspection of election materials. Three-member panel led by Justice Joseph Ikie also adjourned to decide on the applications filed by the Labour Party, the PDP and their presidential candidates to be allowed to conduct a physical inspection of all the BVAS that was used for the poll. And for the president-elect, Bola Tinubu, he's also seeking an order from the Court of Appeal to access sensitive materials used by INEC for the conduct of the presidential election. In the meantime, the Labour Party's presidential candidate, in a series of tweets earlier today, said he was supposed to commence his whistle-stop campaign for the various Labour Party governorship and state assembly candidates today. But this trip, he said, was to take him to Nasarawa, Lagos, Enugu, Abia, Delta, Edo, Rivers, Plateau and Borno State. The tweet further reads, however, following INEC's refusal to allow our party to inspect the materials, including BVAS, from the 25th February presidential elections, I am personally heading to the court today with our lawyers. As we pursue due process and defer to the rule of law, he urged all the obedience in the various states to continue campaigning for his party's candidates in Lagos, Enugu, Plateau, Abia, Delta states.
Okay guys, breaking news. The court grants P2B and Labour Party permission to inspect the INEC materials that was used at the presidential election. I know I've been seeing news going around that court did not grant P2B permission to do this, but that's not false. That is false. There are three rulings on the appeal court today. The first one, the appeal court grants P2B permission to investigate the BVAS and other INEC materials used at the last presidential election. That is the first ruling. There were three rulings at this court today, and the second ruling was appeal court grants INEC permission to reconfigure the BVAS as INEC promised data from the BVAS will be backed up in a safe server and will not be tampered with. Okay guys, P2B was also requesting that the INEC should not reconfigure the BVAS because he's going to put the data in the BVAS into jeopardy and it might be lost. But INEC has promised that all the whole data from the BVAS will be transferred into a safe server before, and it will not be tampered with. And it's also because if INEC could not reconfigure the BVAS, the election that was supposed to be happening this Saturday will not happen, because all those, they need to reconfigure the BVAS to reconfigure it to the governorship election and the State House of Assembly. So the court also granted INEC the permission to reconfigure the BVAS, and INEC also promised the court that the BVAS will not be tampered with and all the data from the presidential election will be stored in a safe server. And the third ruling also, the appeal court orders INEC to grant Ahmed Bola Tinubu access to inspect the BVAS machines and other election materials that was used in the southeast and the south. Okay guys, this is the three ruling of the court where the court appeal granted today. And if the first one, it granted P2B and the Labour Party permission to inspect all INEC materials that was used at the presidential election. But P2B also was demanding that the court should stop INEC from reconfiguring the BVAS because it's going to jeopardize the evidences that is in the BVAS. And I just hope that INEC will not go around playing around and also going to tamper the data on that BVAS. Okay guys, this is what the court ruled today. Tell us what you think about it. I'm part of disappointed, concerned, but I also understand why the court had to rule for those BVAS to be reconfigured, because the governorship election that is supposed to happen this Saturday, and without that BVAS being reconfigured, the election cannot hold. So I understand why the court has to grant that permission. And also the inspection, you have to inspect the process in which those data in that BVAS are going to be uploaded in a safe server and is not going to be tampered with.